Hi, this video is to brief to you about an activity that we'll be doing in the course called COIL. Last year I went to the United States at Ohio University to partner with Ohio University to implement COIL in our course. So in the course we are going to do several activities together with students and also lecturer from Ohio University. You can see the benefits as given in the video, and there will be assignment for you to complete and collaborate
Hi
together with
everyone. I
Ohio
wanted to
University.
offer a little bit of an introduction and a background to what we're doing and who we are at Ohio University, and specifically the Interior Architecture program. So first of all, I'm Dan Harper, and that's me on the right side of the screen. And I'm an assistant professor of interior architecture. And my background is, if we go to the very bottom, 20 years of design practice. So I worked as a designer for a long time. I had a long career as a practicing designer before I came to education. And so you can see here my credentials in education. So I have a bachelor's in interior design, and then we do a lot with sociology and psychology. So I have a master's in sociology, and then I also have a master's of interior design. So I have advanced study in the field of design. And then I also went ahead and got my PhD in higher education because I was really interested in higher education in the United States. And so I went ahead and did that as well. And I've been at Ohio University since 2012. Before that, I was teaching in Chicago at a couple of different schools while I was still practicing as an interior designer. So that's who I am. And then I thought it would be good if we also did a little bit of background about COIL, which I would imagine that your professor has talked to you somewhat about that. But I thought I'd offer this as well. So COIL stands for Collaborative Online International Learning. And the idea is really to bring faculty and students together from around the globe. And so we're looking at collaborative projects that help us to get to know each other and a little bit about our backgrounds in terms of what the different programs that students come from, what they do. So as I've introduced interior design and sort of what we do in the program here, we're interested in learning more about what you do in your program. And so to that point, down here in the second paragraph, it's the idea of cross-cultural relationship building, and then also academic and personal engagement. So a chance to get to know people from around the globe is really a big part of what COIL is about. And how did this get started between your institution and where I'm at? So in 2019, the institution where I'm at, Ohio University, hosted a symposium, and it was just a little bit over a year ago, so October 21st through the 24th. And we invited faculty from a number of different institutions around the globe, including yours. And so we invited your professor to join us, and people from Germany and Africa, other parts of Asia, again, just around the globe, because we wanted that international experience. And then from Ohio University, we had people from several different colleges. So Arts and Sciences, the College of Business, the College of Education. I'm part of the College of Fine Arts. So, but you can see we had participants at this symposium from all of these different colleges, and we all came together for a week to get to know each other and really begin to think about what did we want COIL to look like in the years ahead. And so we were together at our campus, and then a big part of us went on to the International Virtual Exchange Conference, which was held over the weekend, the 25th and 26th in Tacoma, Washington. And so I thought I would share a couple of pictures because I thought you might like to see. Here's your professor, and here I am at the conference. Here's your professor here again, and I'm in the back row here in this picture. But the International Virtual Exchange Conference was held in Tacoma, Washington. So we all went from Ohio to Washington, which is on the West Coast, and spent the weekend learning about virtual exchange, otherwise known as COIL. And we're really inspired by what different institutions and different faculty were doing around the globe in terms of collaboration. And so that was really exciting. And we came away from that with lots of ideas and things we wanted to do, and hopefully get to present at an upcoming virtual exchange conference. And then I also wanted to show you a little bit about the program. And so here we're interior architecture at Ohio University, and these are our students. So we have about 65 students this year, and the room they're in is called a studio. And so we're very hands-on in terms of building things. And so you can see back here on this ledge, we've got models, we've got cardboard to build models out of. Each student gets a desk for the year, and that's where they work. And so they've got a computer, and they've got things to build models and do drawings and all sorts of things. But this is our studio, and we got all the students together to give a big wave to the camera. So that's who they are. It's mostly females, but also some men in the class. And let's see, I have another slide as well. So we're part of the College of Fine Arts. And so in the College of Fine Arts, there's the School of Art plus Design, which is the school we're part of. There's also the School of Theater, the School of Dance, the School of Music, the School of Interdisciplinary Arts, but we're in the School of Art plus Design. And so the programs within that school are interior architecture, so that's where I teach, and our students come from that program. There's also graphic design, and then the sort of traditional studio arts, so ceramics, painting and drawing, photography, sculpture, and printmaking are also part of the program. So interior architecture is a 4-year program, and in that first year, all of the students of this school, so ceramic students, photography students, graphic design students, interior architecture students, all the students have a shared first-year experience, and it's called the Foundations program. So they take classes together, and then after that first year, students come into the interior architecture program, and then we have them for 3 years. And in that 3 years, they take studio courses and they take lecture courses. And so the students that you'll be working with this year are the sophomore studio students. It's the very first studio, the first class that students in the major take, and they are working on what's called the cabin project. It's basically designing the interior of a vacation home for an imagined client. So each student gets assigned a client or a person that they're designing this vacation home for. And so that was really the impetus for the survey that we did that I talk about in another video. The idea that we really want to begin to understand what sorts of variation we see in terms of personal preference for the design of a home, the interior of that home. And so it's really sort of the thinking behind the cabin project and the decisions that the students will make about that project. So that's a little bit about who I am, and then the COIL initiative and what COIL means, and how your professor and I met and started working together, and then also a little bit about our program here and the students you'll be working with, and the project they're working on. So I look forward to meeting you all and getting to know a little bit about where you come from and the program that you're in and what you do in the weeks ahead. So I hope to talk to you soon and again get to know you a little bit more over the next few weeks.